Um, for solution focused brief counseling, I would describe it best as an intervention or a form of counseling that really focuses and highlights on like the strengths that you have of when you feel like you are getting closer to either a goal, um, or where you feel like your strengths are showcasing, um, as opposed to really kind of thinking of the negatives in your life or thinking about the things that hold you back. Instead, we focus on something more positive. Um, eh, it's really something that can be utilized with teachers and students. I mean, I would imagine it being able to be used with like a conflict resolution amongst teacher and student, um, of thinking of situations kind of like, when is it that you both the student is most focused on the work that the teacher is producing, sorry, the education that the teacher is giving, and teacher as well. What is it a moment where you have your students the most engaged, and being able to utilize those strengths to kind of either redeem them, either connect them even further, or be able to move on from the conflict and focus on those moments. So it's really kind of a way of really just more than, I mean, in simple terms, just looking at the positives, right? Like, no matter what a situation has escalated towards to, there's always positives. There's always a scale to it. And focusing on that moment and how we can amplify and grow from there would be a way how I can, define what SFBC is. A situation that I would use with the student would be with the student that has really lost kind of hope, really, who's really focused on how they're feeling. Um, Actually, at my school, it happens a lot with my middle schoolers, where a lot of middle schoolers get so caught up on the moment of a negative situation. There's a lot of dating going on, so there's a lot of those type of scenarios and situations happening with my students right now. And sometimes their very short-term memory gets caught up on the negative, right? Whether it's a breakup, whether he didn't say hello, or she didn't speak to me. I'll say her because it's mainly the girls, but maybe focusing on when was a moment you were feeling good. When was the last time? Maybe on a scale from 1 to 10, how do you feel? If you feel a 1, what would make it a 3, right? So looking at what is the positive to get you towards your goal, as opposed to saying, how'd you get here? And really focusing on the item before it. So that's how I would go about it. That's how I would explain it. So yeah.